Hi guys, so I had initially planned to do this video tomorrow, but I got new makeup, so I wanted to try it out. So we're kind of flying by the seat of our pants here, so kind of stick with me. I wanted to talk about Mercury is about to go direct on the 28th. Now that doesn't mean that all this retrograde stuff is over. If you know anything about Mercury retrograde, you usually know that there is something called the post shadow. So the way that I kind of visualize this is imagine that we've been flying in a truck with the tailgate open backwards and we're about to hit the brakes and everything's about to come flying out the back. So in this post shadow, that's literally that happening. Everything that's not settled, everything that still needs to be discussed, worked on, situated, will almost aggressively come out during this time, or you can expect to see it next retrograde if you still somehow manage to avoid it. It's not going to be very easy to do so, I will say that. When Mercury goes direct, it'll be exactly conjunct Neptune. I believe it's 16 degrees. So basically, we've probably been feeling that for the past few days pretty intensely. Feeling more like we're being deceived, not really understanding things, the miscommunications, those kind of things. Heavy dreams that are kind of confusing, and maybe even some subconscious things coming to the light. When Mercury goes direct, we'll be more apt to want to get those things out. And in the post shadow, it might feel like we're kind of hitting a brick wall with that for a little bit, but soon after we'll be able to communicate these things forward, especially as Mercury moves away. While we have the Pisces energy going on right now with Mercury and Neptune, Venus actually just entered Pisces today from Aquarius. So when you think of Venus and Aquarius, or Venus and Pisces, sorry, it's kind of the fairy tale ending, the happily ever after, the Prince Charming, or the magical princess. We can kind of have unrealistic expectations of the people we love and care about for a little bit, and we hold on to those until they are suddenly shattered, and then we almost kind of feel betrayed. But we have to recognize what's our expectations of people and what is the actual reality of things, and it can be different from person to person. So what you expect out of someone, what you would do out of your love for someone, is not going to be the same as other people's, and that might be a little foggy as Venus moves through this time. Mars is going to be out of bounds in Taurus right now. So when you see Mars out of bounds, you see a more aggressive, unpredictable energy come out of Mars. So higher sexuality, higher temper, more motivation. You might kind of feel like you're a little manic, just go, go, go. There's also a possibility for confrontation. Mars is in Taurus, so they're a little slower to emotion. But when they are mad, they're kind of the bull in the china shop. They're going to come through and wreck, and you have the bull with the horns. When Mercury goes direct, we'll have Moon in Capricorn along with Pluto and Saturn. So those are the stricter, more disciplined energies that can kind of be less emotional, it is a energy that is sextile, the Pisces energy, but it is almost the grounding counterpart to what Pisces goes through. For the past few days, the sun has been conjunct Chiron in Aries. So that's where you see our wounds. And like I said, I think Chiron in Aries is kind of where we find and define the warrior in ourselves. What's too much, what's too little, and everything in between. So the sun would be shining a light on that. It's also our identity, our ego. So we're kind of paying attention to ourselves a little bit here and evaluating what we believe in, what we stand up for, and who we are, and the wounds surrounding that. It's actually beginning to move away. We'll move out of the conjunction right around the time that Mercury goes direct. So it'll be less about the wounding and more about getting this communication going forward. Thank you again for listening, as always, and I will see you guys next time.